last part of section 3.4. And this is aligned with your learning target that you can solve multi-step inequalities. We remembered while we were learning this in 3.2 that we have to be very careful when you multiply and divide by a negative in the end. So we have been very cautious the last couple days, making sure that we are checking to see if we're flipping. And now something else happens when you solve, and you get these special situations. Special situations are like the same special situations in chapter 2. It's where you get a true statement, which is all real numbers. All of a sudden the variable will disappear and you're going to get a true statement, such as 5 is bigger than 2. That's true. Or -1 is smaller than 0. True. That's all real numbers. When you use all real numbers, you do that double-lined R. And then no solution gives you a false statement. And no solution is equal across the board. Nope, it's a false statement. No solution. And that would be something like 3 is bigger than 8. No, it's not. That's false. False, you say no solution. And the important thing to keep in mind, in both cases, the variable will totally disappear. As you're working with your math, what you need to do is identify patterns. You're going to be able, you don't have to fully solve it through. There's times if the variables are the same in the end, you just check to see if the second number is the same. If the second number creates a true statement, it's true, or all real numbers. If it's false, it would be a false statement. No solution. Okay, so before I move on to actually solving, I just want to talk 2 more situations about true and false inequalities. Another true inequality would be something like this. If you have 3 is less than or equal to 3. That would be a true statement. That is all real numbers. But if you got something like this, 3 is less than 3, that's a false statement. Because 3 isn't smaller than 3, it's equal to 3. So you would need to have that line under it. So that would be a false statement there. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve. And you always use that purple sheet to help you know the steps if you get overwhelmed with the length of the problem type. So it says the first thing I should do is plus a negative anywhere. I don't need to. Second, I'm going to distribute. So I get 6x plus 10 is bigger than 9 plus 6x. And I'm going to show you how my eyes already see what's going to happen here. The x's are the same, aren't they? 6 and 6. They're not opposite, they're the same. If they were opposite, you can't use this. Is 10 bigger than 9? Okay, be with me here. So my x's are the same. Is 10 bigger than 9? Yes, so I know that this is going to be in all real numbers. I can identify that without using the algebra. However, be careful before you get fluent with that trick. Some of you will be able to catch on to that trick right away. Some of you will need to do the algebra behind it. 10 is bigger than 9. True, so it's all real numbers. Okay, again, I have a 6m and I have a 6n. They are the same thing. Then I have a -5 and a +7. Is -5 smaller than 7?
Yes.
Yeah, so this would be in all real numbers, but let me show you my algebra if you feel like that would be a little messy. So I could subtract 6m. That cancels my m's out. I'm left with a -5 is smaller than 7. True statement, so all real numbers. Okay? Just trying to extend my page here. Another thing, my eyes right away, I'm looking for patterns. And I know that if it's special, you're going to have the same coefficients in front of the variable. So -3 and -3, same. So now I check that last term to see if it's true or false. Is 4 bigger than -5? Yeah, it is. 4 is bigger. But let me show you the algebra. I could plus 3x, cancel, 4 is bigger, cancel, -5, true. Or all real numbers. 5 and 5. What the goodness, I don't even have any false statements here. I didn't mean that. I wanted to have a false statement. So, they're the same. Then I see if the second terms are a true statement. 8 is bigger than -9, so that would be in all real numbers. Again, you don't have to identify with that logic. You can use algebra to find it. So I would minus 5x. 8 bigger than -9 is true, so all real numbers. And that's the target. I want you to be able to see a no solution one. So on your notes, include a no solution. So I'm going to show it to you. Just wait. I'm thinking, I know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to distribute on that one. I'm going to write -6x plus a -8. This will be a no solution because I was purposeful when I made it. Step 1, rewrite. I already did, it's all plus and negative. Step 2, distribute. Okay, did it. And now I'm looking for a pattern. I see they're the same. -6 and -6 is the same. Is -3 smaller than -8? No, -3 is bigger. So you would say -3 smaller than -8 is false. So no solution. So you definitely have no solutions today in your homework. I just happen to choose all of the identity or real number ones. All right, so you can use actual algebra or notice those patterns right away.